Hello guys and welcome to today's video update of Cyclone Tauktae, and this is getting near landfall now. We are literally, it looks pretty close on radar. I'll give it another hour or two before this actually makes landfall on the India coast. So please, pay attention to what's going on. Hopefully you guys have gotten out of Dodge, and for those that couldn't get out, I hope you guys stay safe. Listen to your local management if you guys have battery operated radios, or if your power is still on and you got television. Please listen to your guys' local management for details on how to keep your life safe from this extraordinary event. Um, we got some more raw footage for you guys that we're going to take a look at here, and then we're going to go over the peculiars of the system. So without further ado, let's get it on this video.
यहाँ पर तोकते साइक्लोन की तरह से हवामान विभाग की तरफ से हमको आगाही मिली, तो हमने तुरंत मेरे पास दो गाँव है, वंजल और माछीवाड़ वंजल, दोनों गाँवों को मिलाकर 110 लोगों को कच्चे मकान घर से पक्के घर में ट्रांसफ़र सुरक्षित किया गया है।
Alright, as you guys can see, there's some extensive damage there. We got uprooted trees, we got flooding going on, we got some damage going on in India right now. So I don't know how wise it is to be going out there and cutting down trees and stuff at this current point in time. I mean, unless they obviously think it's safe enough to go out there, even though we still got winds and rain going on in those particular areas. All right. Anyways, here is the numbers here for Tauktae. And as you can see, it's located 20.0 north, 71.2 east. Maximum sustained winds are at 100 knots or 115 miles per hour. So it's a low end category 3 right now. Minimal central pressure is at 949 millibars. So it's on a weakening trend. It's gonna farther weaken from here, since it's gonna be going on land here like any time now. In where it's going into land, there is mountainous terrain there that's gonna rip this apart. Hopefully quickly. It's still gonna be a rain event for a couple of days, and maybe even a wind event for a couple of days. But I see this being after the 24-hour mark. I see this being more of a rain event than a wind event. So let's take a look at the Joint Typhoon Warning Center here. And as you can see, on the 17th, that's right now, they have it at 115 knots, which seems to be really high. It's definitely not 115 knots right now. It's 100 knots. And as you can see, they have this making landfall at 18Z this evening, which I do believe it's going to be less than that, because as we'll see later on the long float, it's the center is getting pretty close to land. And they right after it makes landfall, they have it going on in a steady weakening trend as we go out through time. So here's the GPS tracks in minimal MSLP, and as you can see, they have it at a 986 right now. This is for 0Z on May 17th, which is roughly around 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, I believe. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on that. But as you can see, I'm going to have to point this out. For those that are learning what these maps are, I can tell you guys exactly what they are. So what you see here outside of this black line are the individual model spaghetti plots for the GEPS and where they think it's going to go. And this black line is the average of all those lines put together and its average intensity. So the GEPS here has this at a 986 right now. So, well, not right now, but this was actually 0Z last night. Um, the storm is currently right here on the 20 line. So we're definitely, landfall is definitely imminent here, like real shortly. And they have this weakening steadily as it goes out through time, as it travels through India here. And I do think this is going to be a major rain problem, as we will go over on the GFS model for a lot of parts of India here. Okay, so here is the GFS tracks in minimal MSLP, and as you can see, this is initialized at 6Z this morning. So this is kind of more on the dot than the GEPS is, because those only initialize at 0Z and 12Z, I believe. So it has a staggering 959 millibars, and I think this is pretty much what the max is right now, according to this, obviously. So as you can see, again, it's steady weakening here as soon as it gets on the coast of India. Like I said, there are mountainous terrains here, and tropical systems do not like mountains whatsoever. Um, the mountains will rip these storms apart as soon as they touch them. So hopefully, like I said, this is a quick come in and then a quick die down. So that's what we can hope out of this. And as you can see, 995, 999, and then it strengthens. It must be meeting up with some trough or something, maybe. Who knows what that one? But it's definitely going to be a rain event at these points in time, really. All right, so here's Tauktae long floater, and as you can see, the center of this storm is really close to making its landfall here. So what you get when you get into a center of a storm is if it's cleared out enough, anyways, you the winds will die down. The rains may be still there, but it's not going to be heavy. It might be a drizzle, if anything. Um, it's eerie calm in the center of an eye of any tropical system. Um, I bet it's this is where people get caught off guard. The center of the storm itself does not mean the storm is over. The storm is far from over after that point, because not only did you have not you had to go through the first half of the storm, but now you get the back end of the storm, which can always sometimes be worse than the first half of the storm, depending on the direction of which the storm is coming from. So please do not let your guard down if you see any clearing whatsoever in areas where the center or the eye is going to come through, because that is a mistake that a lot of people make. And I myself want to see everybody here safe and sound and the least amount of deaths as possible. India, stay on top of your game here, please, because this is important. The landfall of this storm is imminent, and you guys need to stay storm ready for the second half of this event here. Okay, so since it's getting close to landfall, we're not going to really look at wind shear too much, because the wind shear, yeah, sure, there's some wind shear on land, and that's going to help weaken it too, along with the land interaction and stuff. But there's no point in really looking at wind shear right now. So as you can see, the GFS has a 947 millibar system, and we go out through time, 24 hours, 974, and then it pretty much in 2.5 days. That's all it's gonna be. It's gonna be a rain event. That is for sure. And speaking of rains, let's take a look at total accumulated precipitation here. So yeah, it's they got a rain event going all the way up to northern India there, as you guys can see. But the main concern here is this area right here on the coast. As you can see, there's some oranges popping up there, so that's indicative of 250 millimeters to 400 millimeters, which is probably between 13 and 14 inches of rain, which can cause flooding with fresh water, rivers, ponds, canals. Who knows with lakes? I mean, I haven't seen too much flooding from a lake with rainfall, but could be a possibility. Not only do you have the rainfall, but you got the storm surge as well, and you got the winds. And as you guys saw in that video, we already have trees uprooted, so this storm is causing damage as we speak right now. So not only do you need to be prepared for the storm surge, not only do you have to be prepared for the winds, but you also have to be prepared for the threat of freshwater flooding too. So it's a triple threat, as they say, of some of the worst conditions that the coast of India could be seeing as we go out through the next couple of days. All right, so here is the ECMWF, and as you can see, I do not have. Let me refresh something here real quick. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. I did not think that the ECMWF was gonna do that. Okay, yeah, that's more like it. That's more like it. Sorry about that, guys. As you can see, this was initiated at 0Z last night, so this is a little old now. And as you can see, we got a starting pressure of 968, and makes landfall at a 965. They won't have this making landfall until later on this evening, but I think that the landfall is very much imminent, as you guys saw from that long floater. That the center is going to start making its way on shore here relatively soon. Maybe hour, maybe two tops, as you guys can see. Makes landfall as a 965, and then 984. That's 2 days, 994, and then dissipates at hour 96. Probably in between 72 and 96, it dissipates into a trough, I believe. All right. Anyways, this is it for this video. I will have a few more video updates on this as we go out through time, more concerning of the rain event, and possibly wind event going later on. I mean, who knows with this system? But I will have another update later on this evening. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and have a nice day.